They pooled their money, and the cook went out and bought all the food, napkin, all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then when they split the money, all even.
Oh, so they didn't eat at Heart Mountain?
No, and they left camp. They were volunteers.
So how long would they be gone? The whole time?
Be 3 months, I guess.
Oh, at 3-month increments.
Yeah.
Oh.
So those farmers, those Hakuji farmers, really liked the Japanese.
So were they prejudiced?
No, they were at first, but after they saved the crop, everything went, no Japs allowed, so it all went down.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well, that happened right here in Covina.
Did it?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, Covina, there was a Golden State Fertilizer Company that was located in Glendora on Foothill Boulevard. And the president was Howard Hawkins.
Howard Hawkins?
Yeah, then he was the mayor of West Covina. So my brother Yoshi says, if you don't take that sign down, we're not going to buy fertilizer from you. So that's how it came down.
Oh.
So my brother was a doer.
Your brother was a doer? Can you tell me more about your brother? What was he like?
Well, he was a leader, a good speaker, good leader.
And what did he lead?
But
he
he was kind of an interpreter for the Isaids and Niseids.
Oh.
Interpreter.
He was an interpreter?
Yeah, he was an interpreter.
So did he get a lot of the essays out of sticky situations?
Yeah, sure. But in those days we didn't get, that was all volunteer work. We didn't get paid for anything.
But he's a Nissan, so he acted like a Nissan. He had responsibilities. And,
What's a Nissan?
he started clubs.
Nissan means oldest son. Actually, it's Chonang.
Chonan?
Yeah, the oldest son. The second son is Ninang.
Ninang. So you're Ninang?
Yeah, and then the third son is Sanang. Then Yonang, like that. The girl, nothing. They're dirt.
Oh, the girls, it didn't matter?
Yeah, they're dirt.
They're dirt? What about your sisters? They're not dirt, are they?
No, they're not dirt, but in Japan, they have no class.
So during this time, your brother was older than you, so how did you guys feel when you guys heard about the war and you guys heard that you guys were
Devastated.
Devastated? Do you remember that? Do you remember that day?
December 7th, 1941.
But he was in the war.
I was in the army at that time.
You were what?
I was in the army already.
Oh, you were already in the army.
I was in the army 9 months before Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
I'm an old timer.
Yeah.
Then when we wore our blouse, you know what a blouse is? It's a coat.
Oh,
We wore a hash mark.
a hash mark?
Hash mark is a little mark made out of cloth and you sew it on there.
Oh.
If you had one, that demanded a lot of respect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did it mean?
I mean, you spent 3 years in the army. They call it a hitch. So I spent 2 years, then you got two those marks. Then you had three, but nobody was in the army.
That long?
Yeah, well, by that time war was over. The only guys that had those were first sergeants.
Oh.
And those first sergeants, they come from a first sergeant family. Their grandfather and all first sergeants, they had straps on there, you couldn't count it.
Oh, wow.
They call them zebras.
Zebras? Because of so many?
Yeah, stripes.
Oh.
And most of them have found a home in the army.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't talk about politics, they wouldn't know nothing.
Oh, I see. I think a lot of the things, we probably talked about a lot of it when Mr. Leong was here, right? So I was wondering if you had any pictures from before the war started.
Yeah, sure.
Can we start looking through that album?
Sure.
Just because I think it'll be nice to kind of look at the pictures from before the war.
What's going on?
On the farm. On the farm.
I would love to see pictures from on the farm. Is it this album?
That's Heart Mountain Jewel championship team. My brother's in there.
Heart Mountain had a judo?
Yeah. Well, that's him on the end.
Oh, here, I'll go sit next to you so that you can stay in the shot.
Yeah. Come on, this side. There's a light here.
Okay. Let me make sure it looks okay.
Hey, you
Oh, no, it's okay.
sit there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's better. Then I don't have to move this.
Yeah.
Don't you want a cookie?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Take it later then.
Okay, sounds good.
Give me a cup of ice. This is too sweet. Please.
Always you say like, order.
I said please. That's because you're here.
But you should say please.
Yeah.
It's
you
good.
should-
It's good to say
Should make that a habit.
Yeah.
You're saying thank you. That should be a habit.
Yeah. Okay, is it okay if we look through the album?
Oh yeah.
Let's look through the before the war first.
That would be this one.
This one? Wow. Who's this?
Gabriel Rubadart went to school together in 1933. That's me in 33.
That's you in 33?
Yeah, that was on me in 1928. It's a good thing I
That's
wrote
you?
it down. Yeah. 19, April 20th of 34 is when I got this. It's a good thing. Always write it down.
Oh, you should say it. You should say it. So who is this? Was this
Gabriel Rubadart.
Who is he though? Was he one of your close friends?
Yeah, we went to grammar school together.
Oh, is that why you took a picture of him?
Yeah. Then we used brownie camera those days, a square camera.
What's a brownie camera?
That's a square camera about 4 inches around and a square. Then you had to put in the film yourself and turn it.
Oh.
Every time you clicked it, then you turned it to next click. Yeah.
So were you guys taking pictures just for fun?
Yeah.
How did you get money for a camera?
Well, my dad,
He's pretty wealthy at the time, huh?
not wealthy, but whenever we wanted a camera, he'd buy it. Then all the Issei, you know what Issei is, the people from Japan?
The first generation.
Yeah. They bought all their kids a bicycle.
Oh.
Yeah, and
So you
those
had
are-
a bicycle at the time?
Oh, yeah. I was one of the first. And then all those Agajin kids, they didn't have no bicycle.
Oh, really? Wow. So would you ride around with your brothers and sisters a lot?
No, I used to ride to school.
Oh, did your brothers and sisters have a bicycle too?
Yeah, they all have bikes, but they didn't ride to school though.
Oh. What is this? Is this like a swimsuit or is this regular?
Yeah, that's a bathing suit.
Oh.
Not before.
Bathing suits don't look like that anymore.
No, they're all trunks.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Your family's car?
Yeah, Model A Ford.
Oh. And who are these people?
Schoolmates.
Schoolmates?
Yeah, students.
Oh, these are all white people.
Yeah. Nobody dated white those days.
Oh, really? Did you have crushes on white people though?
Did I have a crush on those girlfriends?
Those girls, those white girls?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Everybody did.
But you weren't allowed to date them?
No, heck no, you can't even hold hands.
Oh, really? What would happen if you did?
No, you just didn't.
Did you ever try?
No.
It was just like, it was just out of the question.
Yeah, no.
Is this you?
Yeah, that's me. And that Charles Haycock was my pal.
Oh, was he one of your best friends?
Yeah, C. Haycock. And Mr. Haycock was president of the Baldwin Park Bulletin. He was a newspaper.
Oh.
And that kid used to know how to do the linotype. You know what a linotype is?
What is that? I'm sorry. You have to explain it to
You
me.
go into the bag where they make this print.
Uh-huh.
These newspapers come in a roll about that big and maybe 1,000 yards long, but they're all wound up by machine. So take a forklift and put it in this jig, and then they put it in this linotype, and you print it just like a typewriter,
Uh-huh.
and then it comes into a lead. Each lead has an alphabet. Then they put into this linotype, and the newspaper rolls right over, and that's your newspaper.
Oh. Now how did the newspaper get cut? Like, was it?
Machine.
Oh.
Everything was machine.
Oh. And did you do
Then
that?
after that linotype, they throw it into a great big vat, and they melt that. It's lead.
They melted it?
Yeah, it's lead.
Oh.
It melts easy, and then after it cools, they make a blank. Same size blank, and then they do something to make the alphabet.
Oh. And did you do that with him, or it was just him?
No, he did that. No, we weren't allowed to back. They did that at night or after, probably night.
What do you mean you weren't allowed?
No, he owned it, so he could do it anytime he wanted to.
Oh.
Then he probably had a lot of people working for him.
Oh. But you weren't allowed to?
No, the only time I went there is when Charles would say, "Come with me." I had to come home and work.
Oh, because you were working on the farm?
Yeah.
I see. So you didn't have a lot of time for...
No, outside activity.
Oh. Well, and this is your brother, isn't he?
Yeah, that's my brother. God, I can't remember it was Lochner. Can't remember his first name. Well, these two guys are brothers. They look alike.
Oh.
And then I can't remember these guys. Just can't remember. The Model Ford.
Oh, this was the other side of the picture. Who was this?
I don't know.
Were you going to the beach?
Yeah, Brighton Beach.
Brighton Beach?
That's down there on Terminal Island. Today, that's all Navy base.
Oh.
They call Brighton Beach.
Were there a lot of beaches around you?
Well, it's stretched from Wilmington all the way to Long Beach. There's that's called Brighton Beach. All the Neonjin used to go there on Saturdays.
Saturdays?
Yeah, Sunday Japanese had to work.
Uh-huh. So on Saturdays,
They all went down there.
So all the Japanese people would be down there?
Well, the farmers,
Oh.
just the farmers only. City people, they didn't go there.
Did you have a lot of friends, like Japanese friends?
Oh yeah, lots of friends.
Really? And
Everybody knew each other.
everybody knew each other?
And Hungarian too, they all knew each other.
So on Saturdays, would those Caucasian people be at the beach as well, or no?
No, they didn't go to the beach. They went to their own beach.
So you said that your neighborhood was a lot of Caucasian people and some Mexican people, but were there a lot of Japanese people too?
Not a lot. One there and one there and one there, but they all know each other.
Then how did you guys all meet each other? How did you get?
Japanese school.
Oh.
Then that Japanese school became what is known as a community center today.
Oh.
But that's a different location though.
Oh. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, that, with the community center, that there used to be a family named Tamaki. They used to have 5 acres of vegetables. They didn't make any money.
Uh-huh.
And Sachi Tamaki was my classmate, and she was a valedictorian
Oh.
in school.
Uh-huh.
And nobody went to college those days.
Oh.
So then she actually worked for somebody, and today she still works for somebody.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who.
So what happened with her land? How did it become the Japanese?
Well, they didn't own it. The landlord took it.
Oh, so the landlord took it? So,
No Japanese, only 2 Japanese owned land. That was Keon's and us.
but how did her land become the Japanese community center?
Let's see, Tamaki.
He said that guy, he went to Canada, he donated, his father or somebody donated it.
What?
That man that, he was married to Sogioka, his sister-in-law. What was his name? He went to move to Canada.
Was he Nyonjing?
Yeah, he had the fruit stand there on the way to the beach.
That wasn't Guard Yokoi, was it?
No, his brother-in-law.
Oh, brother, Jodell?
No, Jodell's his daughter.
Jodell's husband was named what?
I don't know.
That's the one where,
Well, he's a city boy.
yeah, city boy. Well, it's too, I can't remember that far back.
He owned the land. He donated the land in the church. I mean, the building. It was a Japanese school. Then they sold that because the city wanted to build a school there, so they bought the other property. He first used to be by that creek, remember?
By the creek?
You know where the Hashimoto's live.
Oh,
That's
I
the old
see.
school.
Yeah, on Orange. Was that Orange or Sunset? Oh, Sunset.
Sunset.
I think
Sunset.
Sunset.
Yeah, Sunset. Yeah, that's right. Oh, she got better memory than I
Then
have.
the center.
93rd, too. That's my family there. It's my dad. It's our 2 horses. The real
Oh,
thing.
you had 2 horses?
Yeah, everybody knows. This is Boulder Dam.
What's Boulder Dam?
Was Hoover Dam.
What was that? Did you go there?
There's you heard of Colorado River?
Yeah.
Well, to stop that river for water, they made what's called a Hoover Dam because Herbert Hoover was the president at that time in 1928. So after, Hoover Dam, that's right. Yeah, Herbert Hoover. That's, Boulder City. Boulder City.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't there, but I visited there. I took these pictures. And it took them 4 years to make that dam.
Wait, so this dam was in Colorado?
No, at the Colorado River.
Oh, it flowed through the dam.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So they blocked that dam, and that was called the Hoover Dam.
Oh.
That's what it was. And that thing was 700 and some feet tall.
And this was.
And then when they built it, they had to stop the river.
Oh.
So they built a secondary dam about 2 miles upstream.
Oh.
Then they had to build 2 tunnels on the right side, 2 tunnels on the left side to divert that water while they're making this dam.
Oh.
That in itself was an engineering feat. Those 2 men could stand in there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And then when they built that dam, they had to put that water somewhere, so they had 6 turbines, and those pipes were huge. They would siphon that water 150 feet, and then they had a canal. They dumped that in the canal, and then by gravity flow, that was drinking water for the whole valley.
Oh, it ended up being drinking water?
Yeah, drinking water. But that wasn't the only one. There are lots of others. So smaller dam did the same thing.
Oh.
Davis Dam and Parker Dam, and there were 22 dams from Boulder Dam to San Diego.
You remember these dams so vividly.
Damn right.
Was it nice when you went to visit? Was this a family vacation? Like, you weren't there by yourself, were you?
No, we went in a group. Nobody went by themselves. We went in a group.
Who did you go with? Do you remember?
My brother?
Oh, you went with your brother?
Yeah.
What is this?
This is my cousin. This is my mom. This is my sister. This is my aunt. So they're all deceased except my
Your little sister?
And this is the San Gabriel Dam from the north looking south. This is the dam. All the debris, see it all accumulates, and they have a barge that come collect that and take it out of there. Because actually that's drinking water.
Oh, I see. Where were you guys here?
This was at a picnic somewhere.
At a picnic.
Yeah, we used to have a picnic up there on Olive Street in Baldwin Park. And Margaret Heath Grammar School was right there. And this was called a Devo, made in France.
Oh.
That belonged to Sonetas.
Was it an expensive car?
Well, I imagine $3,000 to $4,000.
So did your family go on a lot of picnics?
Yeah, they went to all of them. All the farmers did. That was the only day off.
Wait, so these picnics, like who organized them?
The community center did.
Oh.
The East States did.
So when did the community center open?
10 years after World War II.
Oh, but this is before World War II, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 1934.
Yeah. So
World War II was 45.
yeah. So who organized the picnics then? Just the Issei's?
No, I think my brother did.
Your brother organized picnics?
Yeah, and then there was Toyo Nitake.
Who's that?
The Nitake family was the only one that owned property. It was
Other than you?
Yeah, Mr. Nitake is from Japan, and his job was to plant seed and make nursery like citrus, lemon, grapefruit. That was his, and he leased 40 acres on Amar Road and Colima Avenue.
Oh.
Azusa Avenue and Colima Road. Today that's just built up with apartment houses.
Yeah.
If he only had it today, he'd be a multi-millionaire.
So him and your brother organized these events for all the Japanese Americans at the time?
Not him, but they had others that pitch in.
Oh. Was their group called anything?
Well, Japanese American Community Center.
But before that, because this is in 34.
Yeah, Bourne Park Japanese School was the hub.
Oh. So everybody used to go there.
Yeah, Bourne Park Japanese School.
Wow, so your brother organized a lot for the Japanese Americans.
Yeah, he was a doer.
And what other things did he do?
Well, he was good in judo.
And aside from judo, what did he do for Japanese Americans?
Well, he was an organizer.
So he organized events for people to socialize?
Yeah, he's a good speaker.
Oh. Do you remember your brother speaking about things?
Well, yeah.
What would he usually be speaking about?
That's too far. I can't remember those things.
And what is this?
That was the Doi family. Oh, Mary and Dorothy Doi.
Who are they?
They used to farm in Baldwin Park or in our territory. They're going to go to Japan definitely. So these are tapes. And then you buy them by the dozen. They come about a dozen. And they keep it, then they hang on to it or tie it to the railing. Then they throw it to their friend. They're standing on the pier.
Huh. Why?
Well, that's the last bond because they're going to Japan. Not Hakushin too. They did that.
Hakujins too?
Yeah, everybody did that.
Wait, what? So when you were leaving, if you were leaving to Japan and you were getting on a boat, you would buy tape?
Yeah, they
and
come in
then-
bunches on their side.
Oh, that's a throwaway.
Yeah, it's
confetti.
throwaway, confetti-like.
Oh, and then they would throw it to their friends and their friends would catch it?
Yeah, and then as the boat goes out, that thing would unroll.
Aw.
And everybody's crying.
Aw. How sad.
Yeah, they never come back.
Wait, so this wasn't a Japanese tradition?
Yeah.
It was a Japanese tradition? Then why did white people do it too?
Well, those white people, those are excursions, you know, to go Europe or...
Oh.
They used to do not as much as Nihonjin though.
Not as much as the Japanese people?
Yeah, and see, that's just a solid tape.
That's a lot of tape,
Yeah, but
though.
it's cheap though.
Oh. So did you
Well,
ever
at the
do
end,
that?
when the boat leaves, those stevedores will sweep that all up, put it in the trash can.
Who sweeps it?
Stevedore.
What's a stevedore?
Those are the fellas that work on the wharfs.
Oh. Oh. So did you ever do this?
Oh yeah, everybody did it.
So who did you have to say goodbye to? These
To
people?
your friend. The people on the boat know their friends, you know, and they wave it to them, then they catch, okay, and then you throw it and then you catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Right.
if you're short, somebody else will catch it for you and they give it to you.
Oh. And so did a lot of people leave back to Japan?
Not a lot, but some.
Oh. Wow, this is actually really interesting. I didn't know that people did that.
Yeah, they did that. And then when they found out when they went to Japan, They were starving to death, so 10 years later they came back with a tail between their legs. Said, well, the grass is not green on the other side of the fence.
Aw. Did you know people who did that?
Oh, yeah.
Who did that?
A fellow named Ota.
Ota?
Yeah, they're not living today. That's many years ago.
Oh. And who are these people?
Well, Elaine Haycock, well, her brother Charles Haycock was my best friend.
Oh, so
he
the
gave
Charles that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, well, that's his sister, older sister.
Oh, and who is it?
She was real pretty. Kiko Yokoi, she was one of the oldest Nisei in Baldwin Park in 1934. They was at a picnic.
What is this?
I don't know what that's. I can't read it.
Big Pines, LA County Camp.
Oh, Big Pines. Oh, yeah, up there in Big Bear. You know where Lake Arrowhead is?
I know where Big Bear is.
Well, then Big Pines is right in that area.
Oh, why were you there? Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. People used to go on a 3 days off or something like that.
Who is Eileen?
She lived next door to us, and that was her only daughter. Eileen, no. You know, at that time, that was Denman's only daughter. So she had nobody to play with, so she used to come over and play with Fumi. That's my sister.
That's your younger sister, right?
Yeah, and she was,
But this is a little Caucasian girl, right?
yeah.
So at that time, before the war, things seemed pretty happy.
Yeah.
And this is a plane, right?
Yeah, I got my first furlough, so I took a picture of that DC-3,
What year did you get drafted?
1941.
9 months before the actual war started?
Yeah.
And were you happy to go? Or were you scared?
No, I wasn't happy. I was,
How did you feel at the time?
I don't know. I was, I don't think I wanted to go.
Do you remember why?
I don't know. There was war clouded. There was already a war in Europe.
Oh, uh-huh.
So, well, we didn't think about those things. What you had to do, you had to do.
And what are these?
This is Shig Tsuneda. He was just a neighbor. There's Satoshi Hashimoto. She was one of the best-looking girls in West Covina. But her problem was she knew it.
Oh.
Yeah, so then at the end, everybody ignored her. And that sure straightened her out.
Really?
Yeah, you give them the silent treatment.
Oh.
In the Army, these guys that think they're too good will give them the silent treatment. That'll straighten them out.
I see.
Nobody talked to them.
Oh.
They do that in prisons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Give a silent treatment? Did you ever get the silent treatment?
No, heck no. I had nothing but friends.
Oh, I see.
This is my brother.
This is your brother? What was he doing? Where was he?
Well, he was the first one to get the trophy.
Oh, for judo.
Yeah, and then there's the farmer in Guadalupe. You know where Guadalupe is? Salinas, up that area?
No, where is that?
Well, do you know where Monterey, Carmel, up that way?
Up north?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, Mr. Minami was one. Mr. Minami and Osuga, they farmed 5,000 acres. They were big farmers.
5,000 acres?
Yeah, they were big. So Minami donated this trophy. In those days, those trophies cost